because I'm such a short guy. Okay. What happened to our Filipino friend? The other gentleman?
He's just not here today.
Okay.
So welcome back, everyone. I'm excited because I'm on live right now. And I'm excited. I have a new board operator. He's helping me go live right now. And I'm excited about talking about the next group of people that I have with me right now. I have Toni and Albert Ferrin. If I said it correctly, again, I say it wrong almost every time. They're the owners of Senior Help and You. I want you to tell everybody a little bit about yourselves, what you do, and what you are going to get you to say what you want to talk about today.
Well, I do Medicare, I do life insurance, I do annuities. My website would be nice to know. It's ajfinsuranceservices.com, and we service the, I think, 15, 16 states, every single county here in Arizona, and we're also bilingual. So we do Medicare, again, like I said, annuities, and life insurance.
Now, I have been noticing on Facebook, I've been noticing that you have a lot of things that you've been trying to get out there through social media. And do you do seminars?
We do seminars.
I want you to talk a little bit about them. I sort of saw that on Facebook, and I thought maybe it'd be a good idea that you talk a little bit about that.
Well, seminars are for the purpose of customers or the clients to know more about the products, whatever product, either annuities or insurance or Medicare. So mostly it's Medicare that people need information. So we provide all the information that you need to know about Medicare, Part A, Part B, Plan C, and also the Medicare supplements.
Now, not only do you do seminars, you also write in magazine. You write an article there. It's Start Healthy. So I know that you always have something out that comes out monthly. So that also gives credibility. It shows you that you can really trust them. You are writing to give people the information of what they need, right? And that is something that I think that when I talk to you, and I've learned to get to know you the last, let's say, a couple months now, you're all about servicing your clients and making sure that they understand what they're doing. Toni, I can't see your face from here, but I want you to talk. Hi, I want you to talk a little bit about what happens when people call, because that's one thing I know that you follow up with them, and it's not just let's get you signed up and you're done. Let's go ahead.
Hi, thank you for having us again, and good afternoon, everyone. So, Senior Help and You is in the business of earning the trust and the referrals of the senior community. So when they call, we provide them with what you call educational guidance, and as well as exceptional customer support. So we are there with them before, during, and after enrollment. And I just want to mention, because you asked earlier about our seminars, we have an upcoming one on May 11. It's called Decoding Medicare. It's an online seminar. It's at 11 a.m. So for those who would want to really know the simple way to understand Medicare is to attend our seminar. Again, that's on May 22 at 11 a.m. And registration will be at our Facebook page, Senior Help and You, or at our website, ajfinsuranceservices.com, or they can simply call our number at 877-835-9806.
So I want to get it all out correctly. I want to make sure it's correct. So the seminar is on May 22nd?
Yes.
Okay, it's at 11 a.m.
It's at 11 a.m.
Right, and it's a simple way of decoding Medicare, which you have to today. You really
Yes.
have to. There's too many alphabets in that soup, I'll tell you right now. And main thing is that what's the number one question when you're doing your seminars that you get from people?
Yeah. Want to take that?
The number one question would be, how do I apply for Medicare?
Right. Mm-hmm.
And then what plan do I choose?
And why is it important to have somebody local here to speak to them, to be able to, communicate with them and not call the 800 numbers? I know you gave an 800 number, but I'm going to give your other number out in a minute. But somebody local instead of somebody that you see on television or a flyer that you get in the mail.
Well, it's because you don't know them. And here you can validate who we are, check us out, validate that we're honest, that we're here to serve you. Our best interest is your interest, and we're just not here for the money. We're here to do business, to provide you the service that fits you. And that's hard to do when you call an 800 number or someone over the internet or someone over the phone.
I think what's really important too is that you don't just work with one carrier.
Well, we work with all the carriers because we don't know what you need. We don't know what plan that's going to fit you, so we have to find the plan based on everything that's available.
Mm-hmm.
We work with United, Cigna, WellCare, not Humana. All of these different companies, instead of boxing you into one particular and trying to get you in to take that particular plan because that's all I have. No,
Right.
That's not true. I have everything.
So it's not a sales job is the point. You're
Right.
going to try and find the right plan for them. First of all, people who are just turning 65, I think it's sort of like people starting to turn 63, 64, all of a sudden that's all they can think about is, okay, I'm going to be on Medicare, now what do I do? How soon should they call you?
Well, they should call me 3 months before they turn 65,
Mm-hmm.
even though if they're working. If they have a job and they have insurance, it's always good to check with a professional agent to see if the Medicare is going to be better for you than what you have at work.
Their phone number direct, it's 520-252-5275. They're licensed in 16 states. This is a free service to you, the family out there, so it just makes sense. And it makes sense to speak to somebody who is local. It makes sense if you speak Spanish, they are bilingual. That's important to have somebody who can speak in your tongue. I've said it before, it's so important because you'll understand it better than when you, right? I mean, do you agree with that?
See.
I love it. He said C. So they're rated with the Better Business Bureau. You could check them out. They have a couple of different websites that they want to get out. Senior Help and you for Medicare.com. You can also go to AJFinsuranceservices.com. My big thing is I believe that I don't care if it's 3 months or even before. I think it's important to start to find out what the process is so they can help you understand it. That's what they're all about. They're all about helping you decode Medicare. They're having their seminar on May 22nd at 11 a.m. and that is virtual, so they just do that right online.
Right.
Yes.
Right? And it's a simple way of decoding Medicare. And as all of you know, anyone that has tried to go up online to Dr. Google or Dr. Medicare, honestly, you get too much information. Now you're really even more confused. I'm going to get out that website again. That website is Senior Help. And you, for is spelled out FOR, Medicare.com, or also you can go to AJFinsuranceservices.com. Write the number down because if you're getting ready for Medicare, they're the people to call. Their phone number is 520-252-5275. It's a free service to you. They're all about helping you and understanding how to decode Medicare and make it right for you. Having the right plan, it is so important. We're going to be coming up to Medicare season, but every day is somebody turns 65 every day. So give them a call and they'll talk to you at 520-252-5275. Hang tight. We're going to be back in just a minute. He didn't give me I had a little long there. I had to figure it out. Okay. See, I had to decode it in my mind, right? I love that. That was so cute.
What to see?
Yeah. See. So, anything else that you want to talk about that I should write down before we go into the?
Well, more about, need to elaborate more on, there's no fees.
Right. Okay.
It's free service. A lot of people don't know that.
Okay.
They ask me, how much do we owe you? It's free.
Supplement and advantage.
Right.
We're compensated by the application that's provided to
Okay.
this particular carrier.
Okay.
So there's no out-of-pocket cost.
Exactly. It just makes sense to call somebody here local, somebody that's going to follow you, and you're going to help them with everything. Their drugs programs, right? Everything. All of the plans of what's right.
We can also say that we're former Medicare counselors of the area agency on aging.
I don't know if that's allowed. I don't want to sponsor somebody else. There's another
we can grow
company that we're certified to, but I don't
But
want to
they're not
sponsor them.
licensed agents.
Well, it's the fact that you're licensed in, it doesn't matter if that's your license, that's all that matters. More information, better, more information.
We've been in the business for 12 years.
Mhm.
Right?
Okay.
14.
What is it? Just make it up, it's okay.
Just make it up as we go.
I'll say 13 and a half, how's
There
that?
you go. Like that number.
Okay. Trusted, I wanna talk about trusted.
Just for 15 minutes, I'll take over.
You mentioned about compliance. Were you familiar with Medicare compliance?
Yep. Yep, I
Were
work
you a
with.
Medicare?
No, I just do a lot of the marketing for different Medicare agents, and so I have to be aware of like what not to say and what to avoid, and what you can say about it. And I thought that the newest update, you couldn't use the actual Medicare card.
Well, that's not the Medicare card. It's a picture of a Medicare
It's
card.
a sample.
Oh.
So there are like
You
tricks,
cannot use the
tips.
picture.
Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah, you can use the sample of what's.
So rather than saying John Smith or just a sample.
I've seen it a million places, so.
Like, for example, we on our website, we have the Medicare card, but it says senior helping you on it.
Oh,
Okay.
good workaround.
Yep.
As a business owner, you've sacrificed for many years, created a successful business, and provided great opportunities for others. One day, you will close the business.
Can you tell me, remind me, what's the 3 R's and the 3 P's?
Oh, retain.
Oh, yeah,
That's my reinforce and replace.
okay.
And the 3 P's
Is that
like-
with Medicare too? Is it
Yes,
with Medicare?
it's just yes.
Okay, because I wrote it down.
That's our own way of simplifying things.
So welcome back, everyone.
Oops.
One of the things that I want to talk about is that it is a free service, and you had said at the break that a lot of people don't realize that it's free, or they say that's too good to be true.
Well, that is correct, because people think they have to pay us. We're compensated by the application that we submit through the particular company. So that it costs you absolutely nothing to work with us, and our services and experiences are 100% free to you.
And what's really important is that when you call somebody who here is local, they have been doing this now for 13 and a half years. They know exactly what your plans, the right plans, because they also, you have to know all of them, and they're not going to try and get you into one plan. They're going to find the right plan that's for you. They say that they are trusted and referred by all the time by seniors just like yourself. They're having their seminar that's coming up on May 22nd. It is How to Decode Medicare, and it is at 11 a.m. It's a simple way to do that, and they want you to go up onto their website because it is a virtual meeting that they're going to be having with everyone. And I asked you earlier, and I'm going to say it for anyone that just tuned in, the number one question you get is, how do I
enroll in Medicare? Yes.
Right. No, it's funny how people don't know. And people don't know that they just think it gets done automatically for them by the government. Is that correct?
No, it's not. You have to enroll into Part A and Part B. And that's done by you, either going to Medicare.gov or you go to Social Security office.
Right. How important is it, I just have some questions here that are coming to my mind, is it to have the right plan when it comes to your medications?
Well, you can overpay. If you don't got the right plan, you can pay hundreds or even thousands of dollars more a year if you're on the wrong plan. If someone doesn't discuss with you what your cost is before you pick a plan. And we can do that.
Are there times, let's say somebody right now is on Medicare,
Mhm.
and they're listening to this and they're like, they don't really like their plan. When can they call you to change their plan?
Well, there's a lot of factors that make the change. Either they moved, so they can call us all the time, and we would then evaluate what their situation is, and we would tell them, can we change the plan or not? Can I tell them right now? We can't, because there's so many moving parts to that. But the best thing to do is call us. We'll be happy to evaluate what your situation is to see if a change can occur.
There are what you call special election periods. So if their story depends on their story, like what Albert said, if they have moved or if they have a chronic illness or if they have encountered some or if they have extra help and other qualifying conditions, just like what Albert said, then he would look into that and see if they qualify for a special election period. Yeah.
I like what you said, it's all about their story.
Mm-hmm.
And we've said that many times while you're on, because each person individually a senior has their own story. You have your own health issues. Don't ask your neighbor. Don't, because if whatever they have may not be right for you. That just because it's right for them, it doesn't mean that it's right for you. Even in your own household, right? You can be on a plan that's different than your spouse's or your significant other, right?
Well, this is a good thing to know. When you're picking a plan, especially an Advantage plan, what you were evaluating is your drugs, your prescriptions, your doctors, what your situation, are you traveling? So does a PPO or an HMO fit in certain situations? What your doctor takes, what plan does he take? All of these things come for us to know, so we can recommend a plan to you based on your story, your situation. So that's the reason why it's so important to pick a broker that has all the plans available, so you can pick the plan that fits you.
Right.
And not only that, since we have been in the business since 2012, we have honed our approach in addressing the complexities or challenges faced by our seniors in the healthcare industry, especially in this ever-continuing changing landscape of the healthcare industry. So we can maneuver depending on what story they have.
Right. And also, I know that you follow them as well. It's not like we say we get it done and then you don't talk to them again. Because I know that you like to follow and like to service your clients.
Because throughout the course of the year, things change, right? They have to move, or they acquire an illness, or something occurs
I think that's
in their
the
life.
most, right. You
And-
get an illness.
And then we have to make adjustments and see if we can do that. But that's why we look at them, we monitor their situation and keep in contact with them 3 or 4 times a year.
Yeah. And, another thing too is, let's say you do have a change in your medication. I know my ex-husband, he's a senior, and he had a problem where he got a medication, and the medication was like $300 a month, maybe more.
Yeah.
And if that happens to you, now you're scrambling, right? How do I find out, let's say you've been doing it on your own. How do I find out how to find the right plan that might cover that make that a lot less? That's what's another good reason to call you, so they can just go straight to the resource, which is you. You can give them the plans. Go ahead.
Right.
So when that happens, to get a prescription that is very costly, there are resources that we have that's allowed to us by the government that we can check to see if you can benefit from those. You can drop that $300 down to maybe $50. So these are the things that we have available to you guys all we have to do is check out what's going on so we can offer them to you.
Their phone number is 520-252-5275. You can check them out. It's Senior Help and You, 4 is spelled out, FOR, Medicare.com. Also, their new website that they have, another one is AJFinsuranceservices.com. I had asked you earlier, and I wanted you to kind of talk a little bit about this. The 3 R's and the 3 P's, what are they?
3 R's, the retain Medicare, reinforce Medicare with Medicare Supplement, or replace it with Medicare Advantage. And you said the 3 P's? They're the products, providers, and plans. So those are the, basically the principles, or the simple way for us to like guide them in their choices. Because basically, first of all, they have to retain A and B, the original Medicare. Whether they go to a supplement later or a Medicare Advantage later, they have to have that A and B first.
Right. Now, when you do your seminars, do you talk about the 3 R's and the 3 P's?
We talk about it more in detail,
Mm-hmm.
but in a simplistic manner, so they won't get confused.
Right,
Yes.
because it is so confusing. It
Mhm.
really, really is. And the main thing is that when you speak to them too, they also, just for anyone tuning in, that they also are bilingual, so they speak Spanish fluently as well.
See,
You'll just say C.
I love it. And so they are here to help, and for you to understand, it's so important that you don't make a mistake. Because if you make a mistake, and I know people who have, that it can be very costly, and that it also could be for the term of the plan. Am I correct?
the term of the season.
Of the season.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it can be months. So let's say you start in January, that's when all the plans start, and then the next election period, if you go through the whole season, will be October, but it won't start again back in January. So it can be a whole entire year of picking the wrong plan, and that can be costly.
Can you also help them with getting dental and eye if they want as well?
Most Advantage plans provide dental and vision, so it depends on what plan and how much dental and vision you need. That's when we, help you choose.
Right, and again, everybody is different, and let me tell you, seniors usually need that.
Of
They
course.
all usually need it anyway, so it's
Mhm.
important that you are covered and make sure that you have the right plan for you. Again, it's all about helping them find the right plan, also making it the most affordable as well, right?
Right.
Again, sitting down and telling you your story, because that's what it starts with. How about can people get help for co-pays, for hospitals and things like that? Go ahead.
There is what you call a Medicare savings program, so people can get help from the state, first of all, with what you call an LIS for the co-pays of their prescription drugs. And for the premiums for Part B, the state can help pay for that too, but everything is all based on income qualifications. So under the Medicare savings programs, they have about 3-4 levels of help.
So let's say somebody already has a Medicare plan and they're not sure, they're in a little trouble, they think they don't like it. Can you still help them?
Sure. Especially C. We can help them because we can evaluate what's going on, and so we can tell them if help is not available at the moment, will help be available down the road. So it depends on what time of the year that's going on to see what kind of help we can have for
Well, somebody turns 65 every single day,
them.
and
About 11,000.
11,000 people. Plus, on top of that, and there's always questions when it comes to Medicare. Most of the time, you're in a plan and you don't even like it. So, it's the best idea is to maybe even go to the seminar that they are having online on May 22nd. It's at 11 a.m. It's a simple way to decode Medicare. You can check them out on the website, which is Senior Help and you, 4 is spelled out, FOR, Medicare.com. You can also go to AJFinsuranceservices.com or call them at 520-252-5275.
Whether precise on them. We're
I was
done.
trying to be too.
No, we're done.
Yes.
Hey, we're done.
That's how fast it
That was
goes.
fast.
Yeah, it always goes fast. It always goes fast. No matter what you, oh, but out of what you do. Woo.
We're done.
Yeah, you are done. Are you kind of happy to be done?
I'm excited. I'm delighted.
Yeah, I don't think you
It
really
take-
liked
it take- it
I don't
takes me
think
to
you
a
liked
different-
me very much.
A different level of communication for me. You have to think fast and on your feet.
Yeah,
It's a different process that
You're not
I'm not used to.
You
right.
guys did great.
Well, I thought you did good. I really did. You know? So I'm glad that you experienced me. You know, you could say I was on the Networking Arizona
It's
show.
an experience,
Yeah.
yes, and we're
Yeah.
gonna put it on our website.
You should. I hope
Yes.
you do. I hope you do. You
Yeah,
have all
Not that I
the
don't,
help.
not that I
If you need
don't,
help with that, I'm happy to help.
Yes.
not that you said I don't like. It's not about like. It's about, it's about the numbers.
Right, right. Well, you know,
I'm a number
unfortunately.
individual.
Yeah.
I'm a businessman, just like you.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh,
businesswoman.
nice to meet you.
Yeah, you know, it is. And it's different for everyone. Some people,
Oh, thank you.
they understand what it takes. Some people, some people can get something right away. With what you do, you never know when you can get a call. It can come back to you, you know, in a month from now.
And there's a lot of new stuff on your social now too. I tagged you in everything. So
thank
I found your page. It was nice
And,
meeting
you know, I always tell people, you can get a
Yeah.
billboard and get nothing, you know? So you won't know until you try something, so I am glad you tried it.
Well, I tried it.
And also, let Danielle help you. She's really good if you want to have somebody help you with posting things or getting your social media out a little bit more. I started seeing you a little bit more on Facebook and things like that.
That's what your specialty is?
Yes.
She's more social media, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be happy to
I
give you a
got
call
in-
next
I got
week.
interest in that, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I want to promote more annuities.
Awesome. It's a popular trend right now.
Yeah, I want to promote more annuities than Medicare.
Well, plus your online seminars, you want to get that word out too.
So, yeah, if you can help me with that,
I'd
I'd
love
appreciate it.
to. Would you like me to give you a call next week or this week?
Excuse me?
Today is.
Oh, it was such a pleasure. Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for everything. I
I didn't-
appreciate you
I
there.
just- a little slower.
Michael Henderson?
Oh, yeah.
I'll
You can do
reach
it
out
on Friday.
Yeah, and
Mondays
where?
and Tuesdays
He
and
is
Wednesdays are
our-
tough.
Okay.
Right.
Oh,
Because they have
see,
like
we're
we're
different
different
hierarchy.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thursday
we
and
just
Fridays
changed
are
under
better.
him.
Maybe you can't do it this week,
Michael
next week
has been on my show
This
for
week or next week?
years.
Yeah.
Like, I
Okay.
mean,
I will definitely.
I don't know, like
Because I
8
need-
or
I need
9
help with
years.
that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
I
You
saw
know
that
what?
over
That-
here,
that-
senior
Good
helper.
to know.
Yeah, yeah.
That'll help us out
Well,
a lot.
we recently joined him.
Okay,
Appreciate
cool.
it.
He's a wonderful
Thank
guy.
you.
I mean, just so fun. He's fun.
Hey,
He makes
well,
it fun.
nice to see you.
Nice to
You too.
I was looking for you, I didn't, I asked about you.
Oh, nice.
I really
Yeah,
do.
no,
I
I'm
appreciate
basically
you being on.
Okay.
Thanks
Been
again.
been running around.
That I was asking for.
Yeah,
Ah, well, he was
Yeah.
in the other room.
yeah, I was recording
He
a
was
couple
being
people.
the operations
Yeah.
manager.
All right. Have a good day. Tenga buena noche. Yeah, yeah, I freaking run around like a chicken with my head cut off. You know, check, got that.
Yeah, I'm sure that there's a lot when somebody leaves, you know.
Yeah. Well, and then plus, Stephen was here for 7 years, so he definitely had everything down to an art form, and the level of polishing as far as when it comes to production and stuff